I don't like to start with the old adage that the only constant in technology is change, but certainly it's true now more than ever. One of the things that I've seen in this industry, in the IT space, is that what we knew to be true last year or what worked last year maybe doesn't work now. And so for us, I think it's been important to stay nimble, be adaptable, and just be fluid with it. And that applies to how we do what we do, right? What used to work in the help desk or what used to be efficient maybe isn't efficient anymore, and we adjust. What used to work with, maybe Google AdWords in our marketing, became very competitive and expensive, and so we adjusted and we shifted. And what has happened in cybersecurity has been a whole new wave that all of us have had to adapt to, and again, we adjusted. We never really went the route of auditing a prospective client's network to try and, figure it all out and find out, because we often found that we would miss something or something new would happen or the customer would change things, right? And so we've been very adaptable in the sense of a new customer signs up and we onboard them, no matter what kind of an environment they have, we figure it out from there. And I think in another place where the industry and where us as MSPs have had to be super adaptable is lately it's COVID and work from home, and now the shift back into the office, and before then, a lot of the shift in cybersecurity, and dealing with those things and new layers and new technologies. So as an MSP, I think one of the questions that gets asked is, what's it like? It is on your feet, on your toes, ready for anything, and being adaptable and staying nimble to react to whatever may come. There's no SOP, right? We asked that earlier. There's been no SOP for these things. We've had to see what's happening and react to the reality of what's changing and what issues we're seeing and what's happening. And we've had to kind of do that on the fly. Earlier on it was, heavy in ransomware and CryptoLocker, right? And it was, let's find some different layers that can prevent this from happening and try and be proactive in preventing the issues from happening. And I think very much the same thing is going on now, right? There was no SOP for, all of a sudden the entire world needs to work from home. How do you solve it, right? Certainly work from home existed before, but in much less mass percentage, if you will. And so we quickly just ramped up. We fielded the calls. We adjusted. We got people working from home, and it was an increased workload that we just navigated through. And then now you're seeing the shift back. And so there's not an SOP. There's not a let's prepare for this, because we're not going to be able to guess what's going to come. We just adjust and we adapt. Call it a tennis match, right? Way back when the bad guys were installing adware and, very minimally invasive, but nonetheless somewhat malicious software, and the industry shifted, right? And we adapted and we changed. And now they've moved into, frankly, extortion and monetary gains, and the industry has had to shift as well into, preventing those kinds of things. So I'll call it a tennis match back and forth, right? I think that as long as, there's money to be made on both sides, right? With the bad guys and the malicious side and the black hat, there will also be the white hat and the, prevention and the proactive nature of, keeping those guys at bay.